C. Hello everyone, I hope everyone is keeping safe as usual, and today I have a video on my top 10 artists, solo artists who were once members of a band. Now I saw John Cohen's video and Richard McCook's video and enjoyed both of them, and thought I would jump in on this little thread going around. So yeah, sadly with this I had to scrounge throughout my collection to find these artists. It was really difficult because although maybe in my mind the collection seems big because I imagine loads of other albums I have, which I don't, but really no, I don't have a lot of solo artists. I do wish I had like the amount of collections that other people do, but I don't have enough space. So yeah. Okay, so let's get started with this. However, there are like repeated bands with different like solo artists. Some solo artists in this, are from the same band, so I hope that's okay. So yeah, starting off with number 10, I'm going to choose David Gilmour from Pink Floyd, and I chose his album Rattle That Lock. This is one of two Gilmour records I have, and I really do like this one, although I don't really play it that much. But it's quite a good album from what I remember, so yeah. David Gilmour. At number 9 I have John Anderson and his album Elias of Sun Hillow. This is a really good album. Of course he was the former lead singer of Yes at the time. This was made when Yes were on a hiatus, I believe. But it's a really, really good album. So yeah, really good album. At number 8 I have Phil Collins, formerly of the band Genesis. And this is his 1982 record, Hello It Must Be Going. This is my favourite Phil Collins album actually. It's just a really good album. But it's just got some brilliant tracks on here. I Don't Care Anymore, I Cannot Believe It's True, Like China. Just the whole album's great really. Yeah, brilliant record. Phil Collins. I had to include a Beatle, and I thought, of course this was quite obvious, I'd choose my favourite Beatle. It was hard to think of which record I showed, because I don't have much from my favourite Beatle, but thought I'd choose his self-titled album, This Is George Harrison. Yeah, this is released in 1979, and thank you again last year for James Griffiths for giving me this. It's a really good album. It's got, as James Griffiths said, it's got a summer feel to it, and it is a really good album. Lovely tunes on here. Highly recommend it if you haven't heard it. Okay, this one doesn't have a sleeve because it's a battered copy, and this is an album that has a bit of a meaning to me sometimes when I hear it. It's a bit of a personal record for me in some places. I won't get into that, but it is number 7, Sting, Nothing Like the Sun. 6, sorry, 6. But yeah, great songs on here. We have Englishman in New York, which is a brilliant song. They Dance Alone, which is beautiful. Fragile, We'll Be Together. There's just some brilliant songs on here. Rocksteady, there's some really good songs, and I'd really love to get an upgraded copy of this. Okay, at number 5, we have Syd Barrett from Pink Floyd, formerly of Pink Floyd. And this is a compilation of his first of his 2 albums, The Madcap Laughs and Barrett. I was lucky to get this actually when I did. But yeah, Barrett, just a fantastic writer. Brilliant songs on here. Terrapin, Dark Globe, Octopus, Baby Lemonade, Gigolo Aunt. Some just great music on here. Syd Barrett. Okay, now we are on number 4, and we have Morrissey. This is actually the only Morrissey record I own. It's his debut record, Viva Hate. Of course, he was formerly of the Smiths. Really good album. Some great tracks on here. Every Day's Like Sunday and Suede had other singles. There's also Bengali and Platforms, Late Night Modeling the Streets, Margot on the Guillotine, which is brilliant. The Ordinary Boys, I Don't Mind If You Forget Me, Alsatian Cousin. Just really good songs on here. At number 3 last member of the Floyd, Roger Waters, The Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking. This is probably this is the best of the trilogy. No, but it's the only one that I think. It's the one of 2 albums there from his trilogy of music he's made. This is a fantastic record. This is an American copy, just brilliant, brilliant music on here. It's great songs. Sexual Revolution and The Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking. There's Every Stranger's Eyes. Some great songs on here. And for number 2, I have the brilliant Neil Young, and I thought I'd choose After the Gold Rush because I don't have many of his records, but I do. I love Neil Young, and of course he was in the Minor Birds with Rick James, and then of course he's most famous for being in the band Buffalo Springfield. So yeah, this is a fantastic album here, After the Gold Rush. Brilliant songs on here. Tell Me Why, After the Gold Rush, Only Love Can Break Your Heart, Summer Man Till the Morning Comes, you know, Oh Listen Me, Don't Let It Bring You Down, Birds, When You Lance, I Can Really Love, I Believe in You, Crippled Creek Ferry. Just a fantastic album. This is probably the favourite of the ones I've got in my collection, because I don't have many, but I do love Neil Young. And at number 1, it was interesting, I had to reshoot this section because I originally put you put Mr. Young at number 1 and this next artist at number 2, but I thought, do you know what, I love Neil Young, but I've loved this guy for longer, and just by listening to some of his stuff again, I do love him. I had to put him at number 1. Peter Gabriel, of course, originally from the band Genesis, and I thought I'd show his solo album, Us. This is to me his best album. The third was my favourite, but this is his best. This is a fantastic record. Come Talk to Me, Love to Be Loved, Blood of Eden, Steam, Only Us, Washing the Water, Digging the Dirt, 14 Black Paintings, Kiss That Frog, and Secret World. Just a brilliant album, and this is an original, but just a fantastic album from 1992. So yeah, number 1 would be, for me, Peter Gabriel. So yeah, that's it, VC. Cheers, Mr. John Kerwin, for you know, asking us this, getting this thread going. Sorry, and yeah, cheers all again. I've got another few videos coming up as well, which I've got planned to film. So I'll see you then. Thank you for watching, VC, and bye bye for now.